Is the United States Air Force being exposed to the world? Or is this the Pentagon's hidden nightmare finally coming to light? If you are watching mainstream media, you are being lied to. Welcome back. Over the past 48 hours, the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East has completely shifted. Let us start with the aviation disaster. The United States Air Force just suffered its darkest day in recent history. Within a span of 24 hours, the invincible aura of American fighter jets was shattered. It started with the downing of a highly advanced F-15E Strike Eagle. This is a $100 million aircraft. Shortly after, an A-10 Thunderbolt II, famously known as the Warthog, was shot down over the Persian Gulf while attempting a rescue mission. But it does not stop there. Multiple MQ-9 Reaper drones, worth $30 million each, have been obliterated. An E-3 Sentry AWACS, a massive airborne warning and control system jet worth a staggering $700 million, was also destroyed. Even the legendary CH-47 Chinook and two UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters were heavily damaged by ground fire. In Iraq, the situation is so chaotic that local children have been recorded on TikTok selling the scrap metal of American drones. But the most critical crisis right now is the human cost. The weapons systems officer of the F-15E Strike Eagle is currently missing in action. Iranian state media has announced a bounty of 10 billion tomans, which is roughly 60,000 US dollars, to anyone who finds the American alive. American helicopters are desperately trying to locate his personal locator beacon. Now, let us look at the expert analysis. Geopolitical experts predict that if this missing pilot is captured, America only has two options: a bloody ground rescue operation that expands the war, or secret back-channel deals that destroy their superpower image forever. The next few days are going to be extremely dangerous. Are American generals launching a mutiny against their own president? And does Iran possess a ghost technology that has blinded America's most advanced stealth jets? How is a country that was supposedly bombed back to the Stone Age taking down the world's most advanced aircraft? The answer lies in ghost technology. For weeks, the US military destroyed Iranian radar stations, but Iran deployed a completely indigenous surface-to-air system called Majid. The Majid system uses passive infrared detection. It does not emit any radar signals. It tracks the heat signature of the aircraft and fires a neo-electro-optical missile with a smokeless motor. The American pilots do not even know they are being locked onto. But military experts know that Iran is not doing this alone. Intelligence suggests that Russia and China are providing real-time data to Tehran. Professor Muqtadar Khan recently revealed that the tactics being used by Iran are identical to the anti-drone strategies Russia developed in Ukraine. This devastating reality on the ground has triggered a complete mutiny inside the Pentagon. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has taken unprecedented action, firing top US generals, including the Army Chief of Staff General Randy George. Over 12 senior officers have been removed from their posts in the last 30 days. The military knows that the casualty numbers are being hidden. Leaked reports show over 365 soldiers heavily wounded. The destruction of the CIA station in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is a prime example of this. If we look at future predictions, this Pentagon mutiny proves the military high command is strictly against a ground invasion. Experts believe that in the coming days, China and Russia will use this internal distraction to openly supply advanced weapons like the S-500 to their proxies. America is breaking from the inside. Has Europe stabbed America in the back? And is Iran's modern divide and conquer strategy in the Strait of Hormuz about to trigger a total global economic collapse? To hide their failures, the US has resorted to asymmetric warfare. Over the past week, US and Israeli forces have bombed 30 Iranian universities. They have destroyed the massive Karaj civilian bridge, water desalination plants, and even a music school in Tehran. Iran retaliated by firing cluster munitions at the Negev nuclear site and the Dimona Center in Israel. They also destroyed the Al Ahmadi oil refinery in Kuwait. But perhaps the smartest move Iran has made is economic. In the Strait of Hormuz, Iran is completely blocking American and Israeli ships, but they are allowing European vessels, specifically from France and Spain, to pass through. This brilliant tactic has fractured NATO. French President Emmanuel Macron publicly lashed out at Donald Trump. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni traveled directly to Saudi Arabia to secure independent energy deals, stating that Europe must protect its own national interests. The American grip on its allies is slipping, and the Iranian parliament speaker recently hinted at closing the Bab el-Mandeb Strait with the help of the Houthis. According to defense and financial experts, if Europe continues to distance itself from America and Iran fully chokes Bab el-Mandeb, this will not just be a war, it will be a global economic collapse. We predict that within weeks, oil prices could reach $150 to $200 a barrel, creating an inflation storm that will bring the American public to the streets. Has Kim Jong-un officially started World War III in the Middle East? The secret arrival of 500 intercontinental ballistic missiles in Tehran has completely destroyed the Pentagon's sleep. America desperately tried to stop this bleeding. They initiated secret back-channel ceasefire talks in Islamabad, Pakistan, but Iran aggressively rejected the proposal. Tehran's foreign ministry called the American 15-point plan completely unrealistic and refused to give Pakistan the diplomatic victory of brokering the peace deal. But the downed jets and failing diplomacy are nothing compared to the most terrifying development of this war: the wildcard entry of North Korea. According to top Iranian defense analysts, Kim Jong-un has just supplied Iran with 500 intercontinental ballistic missiles. The final consignment, complete with trigger devices, reportedly arrived in Tehran just last night. Until now, the war was confined to the Middle East. But with North Korean ICBMs, Iran now possesses the theoretical capability to bypass traditional air defenses and threaten territories far beyond the region. The CIA and Mossad have admitted in classified briefs that despite 11,000 bombing runs by the US, Iran's underground missile silos are fully operational. For our final expert analysis, defense analysts are absolutely certain that this North Korean wildcard has changed the rules of engagement forever. Iran now has the deterrence to reach American bases and potentially the homeland. We predict that in the coming months, America will be forced to either retreat from its Middle East bases or sign a humiliating peace deal that ends American global dominance once and for all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the US military can regain control, or has the global world order permanently shifted? Subscribe to the channel and see you next time.